A Cape Coral man recently reconnected with a college tutor whom he believes changed the course of his life forever.
Here is NBC2's Sean Martinelli with tonight's story to share.
And this is me, yeah.
Bob Leroy had hundreds of classmates back in his Middletown, Ohio high school.
So I was friends with all these people.
And yet lately, there's been one in particular on his mind.
You give him a lot of credit
Oh,
for
absolutely.
your success.
Absolutely.
After serving in the military and enrolling in college, Bob desperately needed help with math. That's when his friend Ron Selby offered to be his tutor for free.
Ron, when I reached out to him, I thought, well, maybe he'll come over once to tutor me, but it ended up being 4 years.
Where do you think you would be if it weren't for Ron?
You know, who knows? I could have ended up in the steel mill as a factory worker, you know, a labor. I mean, that's very possible.
The two eventually drifted apart. Ron stayed in Middletown and taught high school. Bob traveled around the world as a director for FedEx, but never forgot his friend's selfless gesture. Then last year, he started reading the best-selling book, Hillbilly Elegy.
And then I got to the chapter about Ron, and I was like blown away.
The memoir recounts author J.D. Vance's journey from Middletown High School to Yale Law School, in part because of Ron's motivation as his teacher.
You can see the transformation of J.D. Vance in the book about struggling up until he met Ron and the influence that Ron had on him, maybe similar to me. I often think of him. That's the reason why sometimes I get a little emotional, and he wouldn't even know that because I haven't really expressed it to him over the years. But yeah, it meant everything.
Bob and Ron haven't seen each other in nearly 40 years. With our help last week, that changed.
Oh, that's right. That's right. God, I would have never recognized you.
For the first time face-to-face, Bob got the chance to properly thank his old tutor and friend for the impact he made.
I've told people over the years that I wouldn't have succeeded in life if I hadn't reached out to you.
When you get a little older in life, you know, you start thinking about, decisions that you made along the way. The kind of accolade that you're giving me now, you know, is valuable to me on a personal level.
Most of us have had someone in our lives who recognized our potential before we even did.
You happened to be in the right place at the right time that helped me change my life forever.
Now is as good of a time as ever to reach out and simply say thanks.
So it means everything, you know, so.
In Cape Coral, Sean Martinelli, NBC2.
Again, the book is Hillbilly Elegy. The author is J.D. Vance, if you'd like to read it.
And it's also been adapted into a Netflix movie available for streaming right now. Everybody remembers their favorite teacher.